Well, Sonny, I wouldn't say you were relaxed up there. I mean, I know nothing kind of phases you, but you were giving him a little bit. Is this just the Sonny Edwards stage of fight week now? You just want to get in there and do the business, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm quite aggy on fight week. There's probably a few reasons for that, but I'm just about to get into war. It's not I don't have respect for my opponent or his sacrifice or mate, but when you're making comments and making statements for publicity and promotion that I really don't agree with, I'm going to find it disrespectful. I don't think anyone. I've been there, going for my first world title. I was 15-0 when I did it against a great fighter in Maruti, and I gave him every bit of respect. I was even saying, I hope he likes me, don't go too hard on me on Saturday night, or Friday I think it was. I was giving him the respect that he deserves and has earned in the ring. I don't think they've shown me that. As soon as I won the world title, a few months later, tagging me and stuff, calling me out, probably putting all these group chats to get, I was getting inundated. I sit there and show you messages after messages after messages that date back, really date back to the December 2021. And then as soon as they sign the fight, they do that old thing that fighters do when they want an opportunity. They get it, then they go missing, go quiet. Then they start talking about on fight week, I don't really want to get into a back and forth with him. I don't want to exchange words with him. But you're going to smash my face in and that I'm good but not good enough. For a fighter that's never been in the ring for an 11 or 12 round contest, I find it greatly disrespectful to tell me that I'm not good enough. Or to get in the ring with you. I've been in the ring with great fighters, very, very elite fighters, and yeah, I think it's disrespectful. It might turn out that he's good, but I'll find out that on Saturday night.
Well, there have been Central Americans, South Americans that have come over here, as we all know, and shocked a lot of people. But what do you intend to do? It's your first fight on Matchroom. You seem to have a good rapport going on with Eddie now. Are you gonna feel any pressure to make a statement? I mean, people will look at your KO ratio and say that you don't knock them out, and we know about your skills. You've got skills to burn, but is there any pressure now with what you've said about your opponent to make that statement and take him out?
Yeah, but look who I've really fought. Yeah, if you want to play devil's advocate and go down my list of fighters, I probably stopped every fighter that I should have, and I've probably not stopped any fighter that I shouldn't have. I fought some very, very tough opponents that don't get stopped. Go down and look at every single one of them. Yeah. And once I've got to world level, I put in performances that at the level below probably would have been getting them out there, especially like the Alvarados, the Mamas and the Wassims. So I'm landing some big, clean, heavy shots. But because I'm doing it at such a high level with teak, tough, veteran fighters that have been there, seen it all, yeah, the stoppage doesn't come, but I don't lose my identity in that, because I know when it comes to sparring, there's very few people in and around my weight, above my weight, that can do 8 rounds with me, 10 rounds with me, definitely not 12 rounds would be a shocker. You have to be a very good fighter to do 12 rounds with me, so just because of how I usually go about it to sort of guarantee the win, because win is everything, but with this fight I think I can have a bit more fun. Like I said, I don't think he's levels. I don't think he deserves to be in the ring with me. I think even these lot deep down know that they're here on holiday. They did a GoFundMe just to fly all of his friends out and that, because this is his one opportunity. He probably ain't going to get it again. And after I'm done with him, you know what I mean, he probably won't even get an opportunity, really.
So the idea is you sort him out then at the weekend, you move on, you get those big fights that we know about. The Rodriguez fight, Martinez fight, they're the ones that you've been chasing for a while. You're super confident that Eddie, you were saying a couple of things up there before in the press conference that were suggesting, you're not too sure it's going to happen. Is it going to happen? Is Eddie going to get those fights for you?
Yeah, well, right now, my side of things appears, like always, that these fighters still want too much money to fight me, so it looks like I'm going to have to go out there, make the fights bigger for them to be enticed by...
On their patch, you'll do any of that?
Oh, 22nd of October, 2022, I should have been unifying and winning the Ring magazine against Martinez. I'd agreed it for 5-6 weeks, started camp, paid sparring partners, flew to Albania to stay with my team for the whole week, set up a base over there for the week. Come back, sorry Sonny, this is from Matchroom. Sorry Sonny, can't get it over the line, and there's only one reason, and that's because Martinez wanted too much money. Get a message from him 3 days later, when we fight it must be for record making money, and they want retirement money from me. And I think, bam, it sounds good every now and then. Bear in mind, how many times does he really mention my name? Only time I can really remember is when he had a broken jaw in the ring. It's easy to do that. And then it'd be like, well, I've had 6 months out now. Sonny had a fight then. I'll get this opponent. They said initially that it was leaving super flyweight for his brother to be world champion, coming down to flyweight to challenge Sonny Edwards in the UK for my world title. None of that happened. And then after winning the world title, they're talking about, we might go back up to super flyweight to fight Estrada. Well, hold on. what happened to me? And they said the UK, but then I think they're backtracking on that and they won't fight me in the UK now. But I know for a fact there was a time where Robert Garcia was speaking about me, but hadn't watched me fight. And I know who showed him the video of me, and then I know from that interview where the narrative kind of changed. You know what I mean? I don't know, I won't hold my breath. I think Eddie knows, and it's going to spin Eddie's head over the next few months and weeks that, wow, they really do avoid this kid. Like, he's been saying he's been avoided for years, and no one's believed me. I was avoided at Southern Area level, I wanted to fight for that. No one would fight me. English level, no one would fight me. British, I had to wait 18 months, got a fight that had no other opportunities, then was a champion for 18 months. 18 board circulars went round. Go back, check the archives. Not one challenger. Every fight at the weight and the weight below and the weight above got offered to try and fight me for it. Not one person accepted. You understand?
Well, hopefully this is your time now. Quick fire, 2 quick fire ones for you now. Josh Taylor, Teofimo Lopez, what happens?
I think Josh Taylor's going to take him apart. I think if Teofimo Lopez has still got the delusion that he soaked up from beating Lomachenko, that he took into him with the Kambosos fight, trying to walk him down and get him put on his ass because of it, I feel like Josh Taylor sits him in the pocket, roughs him up and hurts him. Josh loves a fight. But Josh can also box very, very well. I think a lot of people saw the fight against Catterall, which I'm good friends with Jack and I'm friends with Josh. I do think Jack won, but I don't think it was as robbery as it got made out. I feel like when a lot of people expect Taylor to win and Catterall probably deserved just a round or two to win, it makes it a lot more of a hoorah, you know what I mean? It makes it more of a talking factor, but for the record, I do think Jack deserved to win that fight, but Jack's a very, very high-level fighter and has been for years as well, so if Josh overlooked him a bit thinking, well, I've conquered the world, undisputed, so what's a fighter from Britain? You know what I mean? And that mentality can be dangerous. I don't think he'll have that Teofimo. I think he's naturally the bigger man as well. Yeah, I'm really, really rooting for and believing in also Josh Taylor. I think it's going to be a great fight, though, one that, you know, after I defend my world title, I'll have a few hours at the bar, you know, work in the room, and then I'll be up watching it on my phone. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Very final one then. I know you're from Croydon, that area originally, you're Sheffield-based. I'm not sure if I've heard you talk much about football, but the Champions League final, is City going to win the treble? What do you reckon?
Do you know what? I'll be real. For me, I'm a Chelsea fan, yeah? Right. I grew up with the Chelsea wallpaper, every Chelsea kit, and football's been a hard watch this year, I'll be real, so I've been focusing on my boxing career. But obviously, you should kind of root for Man City. And I do think they're a better team. It's Milan, isn't it, they're playing?
So you think
I think they're a better team. Yeah, I think they're a much better team.
Give us a scoreline, go on, Sonny.
I don't know, with Haaland on the pitch, I'm expecting a 2-3 with, you know, you've got the De Bruyne providing for Haaland, it's goals, isn't it? And I don't know, I'm surprised that Inter even made it to the final. Obviously, they've had a good run from what I've seen, but like I said, when Chelsea went out, it started getting harder to watch.
You're going City big, basically, 3-4-0.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, because they've got no fans, it don't really matter if they win or not, you know what I mean? In 20 years, they're going to have loads of fans, but not right now.
It won't be Sonny Edwards unless you threw a little barb in there. Well done, mate, well done.